Welcome everyone to PreMarket Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Joel, for the third day in a row, I don't want to say we're tanking, but we are definitely weak heading into the close.
Definitely weak heading into the close. Had that higher open. They tried to dip it this morning, but they returned back at 68 and a quarter. We started to rally, just mosey our way north. Caught a bit of news about it's really repeated news on the drug remdesivir. Uh,
Remdesivir,
yeah, that too.
that too.
Has been approved in Japan. So that was another shot in the arm to the market. That caused us to go over that high from Tuesday at 89.75, got all the way to 28.95, and just started to leak. Really, no major news, just started to get back some profits. What you may see here is a little trepidation going into that jobs number tomorrow. We all know it's going to be bad. The market is accepted it's going to be bad, but perhaps there's a little nervousness ahead of that. We just made a new intraday low at 68 and a quarter. We've been coming down to this area quite a few times and bouncing back up into the 28.70 handle. If we can't hold this, folks, not much underneath. I just see where we can find a bid here going into the close. Crude, a big old range, a 3-point range in crude. We ended up down $1.10 at 24.52. 27.79 high, 24.38 low. So in the after hours trading, leading on the low of the day, 24.38. Good day for gold bugs. Gold up $39.60 to 1728.10. Silver joining the rally as well, up 0.57 cents at 15.8 and 15.585. And don't look now, Bitcoin futures, they got
10,000.
five digits in them, folks. Up $735 at 10,075. Back at 10,000 in Bitcoin, believe it or not.
So Bitcoin has regained all of its losses from, I guess, since that massive COVID gap down. I guess you can call it that.
I did see that, or I did read Paul Tudor Jones
Yep.
adding
Yep.
that as his to his portfolio as a hedge against inflation. So I guess if it's good enough for Paul Tudor Jones, it's good enough for other investors as well. Very good volume here on the Bitcoin futures too. They've traded 11,300 contracts. When you're looking that on just a comparison basis, I mean, you like to see good volume in the way of a new trend. Well, the trend's been up, but let's check the volume here in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 11,300 contracts today. I've been seeing it trading 2, 3, 4, 5,000. So let me get a look here and see what it's been doing on a daily basis. On the daily chart, having my charger jumping around at me. Uh, Yeah, pretty good volume day. 11,000 for today. You've had some days where you've been 3, 4,000, 2,000, but this 11,271 is almost the double that you had from the volume in yesterday and trades up to 5 p.m.
All right, speaking of regaining all your losses, congratulations to anybody who owns the Fidelity NASDAQ Composite Index ETF. The ticker is ONEQ. That is the only ETF that tracks the NASDAQ Composite, which has officially turned green for the year. As amazing, it was ridiculous as that sounds, that is what happened today. So
You look at the hot rods in there: Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook. I mean, they're all in the green at new all-time highs. I believe no, Google's the one that's trading in the new all-time high. Amazon working its way back from that earning report. Microsoft not quite there. Apple was turned down at its report and turned around. Now it's up over $300. And technology companies, we've talked about this. That is
yeah.
where, the money has been flowing to. And, I guess technology doesn't require brick and mortar. Technology doesn't require a lot of people. They're very efficient in what they do. So
And they
technology
can all
lead.
work from home is the important
Yep.
thing.
They just
So
need the
let
program.
let's look at some of the biggest gainers of the day. We'll start with Twilio here. We talked about this one. I feel like for a little bit on the show. Maybe we didn't. I can't even remember at this point. But we did blast off mode in Twilio. Did not stop at the open. Some stocks that gapped up like Peloton did stop at the open. Twilio did not.
152.40 open, 152.40 low, high 176.24. Their business, and I just heard, I don't watch many interviews on CNBC. I just listened to Jeff Lawson, and they were ramping up their cloud, their text communications and everything, and they were ramping it up at the end of February, working with the health administration. So you just talk about just timing. And that's exactly what the company had. Perfect timing, uh, gapped up above its all-time high, smoked shorts, just kept on going. 6 million traded yesterday. 30 million are probably going to trade today. Just a great day. Hit a high at 176.24, up 40% here. Huge move for TWLO.
Fastly's up big today. FSLY, Fortinet, FTNT, Lyft, all up. Let's do Lyft. All up huge today. Great days for these stocks.
Fortnite trading up $22. How's old FireEye? Is that still around? That dog?
Not doing too well.
Well, it's up a buck 39, so that's participating. Well, I think we're a little bit off here on the lift. Huge trading range, up 575. Actually, a big old range. Open 30.28, dipped down to 29.59, and then ripped to 33.58, falling back again there. So not a true trend day there in lift. Still having a good day, up 22%, 31.86. So if you were looking to take some profits on that, today may have been a good day. Back $2 off the high in lift, LYFT.
All right, let's look at some of the stocks due to report after the close today. Let's start with Roku. We talked about this morning. Now we have a little bit more information heading into the report, and the stock did run up. Kind
Yep.
of increases the bar here.
It does. It's up 10 stakes here, almost 10. Yesterday's close 127.32. Market in just a buy mentality this morning. Gapped up, open higher, and is going, just hit 138.79. That's a new high for the rebound. If you are trading this after hours and you're looking for a little bit more meat, you got a pair of highs in the 141 handle and another high at 142.45. So let's call 142 your first stopping point. All those highs are in that same area. This is back from February. Above that, if things really get rocking and rolling to the north, your next resistance comes in your February 14th high. That would be 151.20. But area of interest, that 142 area on a pop. On a drop, man. I am just not good at buying stocks that pull back. Maybe that Dennis talked about this one a little bit. I mean, now you got to think that yesterday's low or today's low, 130.28, or the close from yesterday, 127.52. I bet you some shorts would love to see that on a pullback. All that going off the report.
Let's go to another one here. Let's look at Zillow. They're due to report after the close, and they're rocking today also.
Yeah, Zillow, huh? I don't know if people are out buying houses, but that's the
Z
key.
or ZG.
Z, I'm looking at Z as Z here. Post rebound high. The stock got to $20.04. Over a doubler here at 49.61. We'll keep an eye on that. That's a buck 30 away for a good number. I see this is a gappy stock. If you're looking for daily highs, 51.12 is the next one to come into play. And then you got some open air up to 54. I see a pair of highs, 53.56 and 54.73. But boy, and here's another thing too. It's like, how much is this going to be affected? Because, we really didn't have the lockdown, everything going to the last couple of weeks in the quarter. So could be a good quarter here for Zillow. Don't know what Q2 is going to look like.
Yeah, all right. Let's move on to Dropbox DBX. This is one that, full disclosure, I went long this morning,
Spencer.
just into earnings, nothing crazy. Same thing as Peloton. Peloton, I will sell it tomorrow, but this one's also running up, and it's a
Running
cloud
up,
play.
yep, into the port report. Three times the average daily, or three times yesterday's volume, and that was even a high volume day. Street leaning long into this report, along with Mr. Israel. Trading near the highs of the session. You are clearing a pair of highs back in February, attempting to clear a pair of highs at 22, 21.90, 22.09. Those were your highs on 24th and 25th of February. If that's not a good enough target for you, look up the 23.73. That was your February 21st high. Close that day at 22.45. On a retreat here, we are back from yesterday's low. Gap to fill between 2039 and 2074. Yesterday's close right in that area. So let's just call 2050 potential support on a retreat in Dropbox.
All right, let's take some questions here from our various chats. And I guess, we talked Lyft. We should talk Uber. We're going to hear from Uber after the close here.
Yeah.
So let's look at Uber.
Having a sympathy move here with Lyft. Not quite at the height of the rebound here. So, folks, I'll just point out to you 32 even. That was your high on April 29th. So that'd be a potential resistance point. We got up to 31.65 and we have backed off here at 30.78. So take some momentum. I even see a high there at 31.83. That was on the 28th. So 32, there's a potential stopping point on a decline. You got a big gap here. So if you start to go into reverse and you lose today's low at 29.58, just be aware you're catching a little bit of an air pocket down to the high from yesterday at 28.06 in Uber.
Okay, let's look at. Wait, there's one I just wanted to. Oh yeah, I want to look at Herbalife here, Joel. They report after the close. Remember then when this stock was like the hottest stock on the street, Herbalife, and now
Yes.
now that Ackman threw in the towel, it doesn't get as much attention as it used to. This to me feels like an anti-recessionary play because it's basically multi-level marketing, and I remember them doing really well during the financial crisis because people lose their jobs or are desperate for work, and they look to places like Herbalife to try to make some money. So I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I remember that happening in 08, 09. I remember Herbalife
Yeah,
kind of being
I've just
everywhere.
never been a fan of this multi-level marketing
No, no, no,
or
no.
yeah,
Of course
nor
you're not.
nor the product either, you
Right,
know.
of course. And my point was, if we are heading into a recession here, uh, and not just like a V bottom in the economy, then I could see this one taking off. Is my point.
All right. Well, you're well off the lows of the of March in the dog days of March. You got down to 20.73. Your rebound high has been 38.61. So you're not that far away from that level. That's been the high of the rebound. So you get above 38.60, 38.61. Things start to open up. How far they open up here, I would say I'd keep an eye on two levels if this starts to go into rally mode. 39.37. That was your high on February 20th. And then you have your high on the 19th at 42.68. But overall, this stock popped out. Did they do the Dutch auction? Wasn't this back at like 58,
Yeah,
59
I
bucks?
don't
They
remember when that
stuffed
was.
shareholders on that one. Or did it have a split since then? I don't know. I
No,
don't know.
no, it didn't split. It never split.
Just not a big fan of this stock. So, but we'll see. We'll see how they report today. Hopefully for shareholders, they'll have a good report. We just snuck down and we made a new intraday low at 67.75. Popped back right up above 28.70. So going down, but finding buyers here going into the last 5 minutes of the session.
What about Universal Display, OLED? We're gonna get them after the close as well. This
Are
is
they an Apple thing?
Yep, Apple supplier.
Okay. All right. Whew, I don't think I want to be short this one. Just looks like it's getting ready to blow the roof off. 155.58. That was your high, your current high today. High of the rebound comes in at 156.16. And it just, I don't know. It just looks scary to me above that. If you can clear that and then you clear, beautiful double top at 160, 160. You clear that. I think there's a lot of upside here for this one. Wouldn't want to be going short into the report. On a pullback, let's see what you get here. If they decide to whack this thing, today's low is way down at 148.53. 2-day low 46.53. I'd split that. Maybe throw a bit out there at 47.33, get in between those two levels. But this kind of looks like a Rob Hood chart, just gearing up here at the top of the move, ready to blast higher.
Someone just dropped in a ticker I haven't looked at for a while. Datadog, recent IPO, DDOG. I have not looked at the chart probably in months, so I have no idea what it's going to say.
Oh, it's probably
Whoa!
straight up.
Holy cow!
Datadog. That ain't no dog. That's like a prize catch
Wow.
fish. Holy mackerel. Don't know what to say, folks. If you own this one going into the report, 50.09, that's your high in today's session. You have backed off not that far. The all-time high in the issue was made 50.12. So you are knocking on the door here. And it seems to be bid up here as we're not too far off that high. So looking at what Twilio did yesterday or did today, man, this thing blows away. Good number. I won't want to be caught short this thing at $50.
Earnings for Datadog on Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Monday after the close. So keep that on your radar for anyone wanting to trade or trading that stock. All right, 3:57 here. We got about 2 minutes left in the regular session. Joel, where are we at here? Are we still leaking out there, or are we?
It's a leak, but it's like, it's like someone sticking their finger in the dam,
Yeah.
They're we just made a new intraday low, 68.25. We went to 67.75. We popped above it. So I don't think people want to be short going into this unemployment report, which we all know is going to be bad. But we also know that the market has accepted that this market is fine with 20%, 25% unemployment. So that's fine. Alan just popped in eBay. Are they due to report, or what's going on with eBay?
Yeah, I saw them on the calendar. I think no, eBay's out already. I thought
eBay's out already.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure they already reported.
What a march in this thing! Holy
Yeah.
mackerel! I'm just eyeballing this here. And how many up days in a row have you had in this thing? One? Not that many. One of two, two of three, three of four, four of five, five of six, six of seven updates. That's that is a nice trend here. 41.61. That's your current high. 41.33. You know what? I would just keep an eye on the high close of the move on this one in eBay. I have no way to tell when this rally is going to be derailed. 41.61, the high today. You had a couple monthly highs. Ooh, keep an eye on 42. Back in July, in August of 2019, two monthly highs, 41.99 and 42. Not too far away, so I'm not giving you a good target, but see the breakout of two monthly highs on a candle would be extremely bullish here for eBay. After that, your monthly highs open up to 43.40, 44.30. I would just keep an eye on this trend here of higher highs, higher lows, and higher closes. And once that trend is broken, because I do see five higher lows in a row, five higher highs. So maybe when that trend breaks, maybe time to peel back a little bit. Bulls come in on the close. No closing on the lows here. back up 28.75. In fact, we're very close to where we were. Our opening price at 28.74.50. No one, well, you can trade that tonight and tomorrow ahead of the report. But overall, real good day for the market. S&P's due to close up around 42 handles. Any final comments from you, Spencer? And
I
who's our
mean,
guest
just
tomorrow?
just that I'm still short term bearish, but there are so many stocks that I just want to take flyers on right now. Like I would take a flyer on at least 5 or 6 stocks that we just talked about. I'm not going to because I don't have the risk tolerance for that. But one earnings play per day is enough for me.
Okay.
But man, it's just some of these charts. You just want to hop on the train for one stop and get off. But man, all right. That'll be it for our show today. So please remember all the information from this broadcast is meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. Joel, Dennis, and I will be back with you tomorrow morning. In the meantime, everyone have a great rest of your Thursday, and wherever you are, be safe.